This is a call for an uprising. Welcome to today's show. This is the type of story you would hope would wake people up to just how sick and corrupt these platforms are, like YouTube, like Facebook. Listen, I don't have Facebook. I know a lot of you do. I warn against it. All it does is create people who every move they make in their everyday life revolves around whether or not it's a Facebook or an Instagram post for themselves. Oh, is this a good time to take a picture so I could show everybody what I'm doing and brag? Oh, is this a good time to ask for sympathy? Oh, nobody cares, okay? Nobody cares. It is nothing but a distraction and a waste of time, and I don't care if that offends anybody. It causes a lot of mental problems for a lot of people. But a lot of you have messaged me about Facebook and how you've been getting banned from Facebook for uploading videos such as mine or other content creators or having an opinion on there, okay? Well, get a load of this if you want to see how twisted and sick and hypocritical this world is and how nobody says anything and how stories like this don't make the mainstream. Why isn't this the lead story on CNN? Because why is Facebook asking its users this? Facebook says it made a mistake after it asked its users in a poll if it should allow child predators to ask children for sexual photos on its platform. You think you made a mistake? I mean, really? I mean, what? Huh? Why? Where? How is this going on? Who said this was a good idea? Why aren't people pissed off? Why aren't people boycotting the platform? Why in the first place would Facebook ever ask its users if it's okay for child predators to ask children for photos, sexual photos, on its platform? You can't even upload one of my videos, apparently, on that platform. If you're talking about the occult, if you're talking about secret societies, oh, that's bad. Oh, that's hate speech. Oh, but I can't say anything about certain organizations that tell their 2-year-olds they could be a different gender, that they can be a telephone poll if they choose. But the platform itself can poll people on this. And you might say to yourself, this can't be real. Well, the story's out there. The Hill reported on it. Many others reported on it. I mean, I kid you not. So it says, the odd admission. Yeah, you think it's odd? I mean, clearly those of us who are awake understand why they would and how they would rub stuff like this in our faces because we know what these people are about and we know what's coming. It says the odd admission comes after Facebook prompted some of its users with a survey asking about acceptable behaviors on its platform. So you're going to tell me that they were saying, well, is this acceptable or that? And they actually put that in there like it's a joke to them, right? Because that's how they'll play it. They'll say, well, we put it in there because we wanted to make sure that people were voting no. Why would you even ask a question like that? What kind of sicko would say yeah? Other than Zuckerberg himself. It says one survey question asked how a user would handle a man asking for inappropriate pictures of a young girl if that user was in charge of setting Facebook's policies. There are a wide range of topics and behaviors that appear on Facebook. One question read according to screenshots posted by The Guardian. It says, I'm thinking about an ideal world where you could set Facebook's policies. How would you handle the following? A private message in which an adult man asks a 14-year-old girl for sexual pictures. I mean, why would this even be asked? Unless they're planting seeds or they're normalizing, mocking. I mean, you might as well, you could throw out a question to go, hey, would you eat, if you were on an island by yourself, would you eat your own feces? I mean, people will just be like, why are you asking me this? No, I wouldn't. Although Zuckerberg might. I mean, boy, oh boy. Every day, this stuff gets stranger and stranger and stranger, and nobody blinks. It says users were given a standard set of answers to pick from, ranging from this content should not be allowed on Facebook and no one should be able to see it, to this content should be allowed on Facebook, and I would not mind seeing it. Well, I'm sure all the executives at Facebook would not mind seeing it because they're probably involved in it. A follow-up question in the survey asked users who should be in charge of deciding policies around an adult man asking a 14-year-old girl for sexual pictures, and give the option for letting Facebook users decide the rules by voting. Wait, so let me get this straight. We're going to ban free speech because we're going to call it hate speech. So I can't question a guy dressing up as a woman because he might hurt his feelings. Oh, I can't do that. But on that platform, it'll be okay. I mean, they want to know, They want to know your opinion. If it's okay for men to ask young girls and young boys for pictures of themselves in no clothes. I mean, it's laughable. It's insane. It's insane. And people don't even see it going on. That might be what's scarier, is the dumbed down society we live in. They don't even see this going on around us. Facebook's vice president of product, Guy Rosen, tweeted that the company had made an error and that these kinds of actions would always be completely unacceptable on the social media platform. Yeah, of course, because that's reserved for the dark web, which you don't think that these people are involved in the dark web? I mean, come on. Come on. We run surveys to understand how the community thinks and how we set policy. But this kind of activity is and will always be completely unacceptable on Facebook, he explained. So did somebody just accidentally, is this like the thing in Hawaii where the guy accidentally set the button that there was going to be a nuclear attack or whatever that was? If somebody just accidentally, they clearly manually had to write the question, right? Does anybody lose their job over this? See, they only react to stuff like this if there's pushback, if people actually pick up on it. People had to take screenshots and then do articles on it. They go, oh, yeah, it was an accident. Or, oh, wait, we did it because we want to make sure that people are actually reading the surveys and we wanted them all to vote no, duh. I mean, it's unbelievable. That's what they do when any of this stuff comes out. Oops, no big deal. You were just asking if it's okay to normalize pedophilia on Facebook. I mean, don't worry about it. We didn't mean it. Wink, wink. Unbelievable. Facebook said in a statement it has since stopped the survey and says that this behavior already violates its policies. Well, I'd hope so, because it violates the law. So, you're not really in a place where you could, you know what I mean? Well, it violates our policies. Yeah, it's called pedophilia. It's called, these people will be in jail. But, boy, he says we sometimes, it says we sometimes ask for feedback from people. I'm laughing because it's just absurd. Why is this even out there? Why are they even asking the question? It's obnoxious. We sometimes ask for feedback from people about our community standards and the types of content they would find most concerning on Facebook. Yeah, I'd say that would be on the top of the list. Although everything on Facebook, the content is very concerning. How people behave and act is just as disturbing. Well, not just as, but it's up there. Because everyone's losing their minds. They said, we understand this survey refers to offensive content that's already prohibited on Facebook, and that we have no intention of allowing this, so have stopped the survey. We have prohibited child grooming on Facebook since our earliest days. We have no intention of changing this, and we regularly work with the police to ensure that anyone found acting in such a way is brought to justice. So why are you asking the question? Why are you even, hinting at it? Like, in a sense, if they're like, well, we're just poking at it. There's nothing funny about it. I don't find anything funny about it. I know you, the listeners of this channel, don't. I find it disgusting. And there's just more crap from Facebook, They're stealing your information. If you're not aware, all your data and all your information, they follow the things that you say. Just like when I talk about my uploads on YouTube and how they listen for certain words, the algorithm to flag it. Well, they're listening to all your posts, all the words that you put in there. And they're putting it in a folder. They're watching your behavior. They're watching what you're into so they can manipulate you or blackmail you or whatever, because you're putting all your information about yourself out there. Not just your name and address. People are like, if they want to find me, they could find me anyway. They could find my address. How about the fact that they know your mood 24/7? What your favorite foods are, where you are at that moment, your breakups, things you're into, movies you don't think they can use that stuff against you? Let alone the fact that they use this platform to make people completely self-absorbed and insane. Insane. I mean, there's a reason I don't have friends anymore that I used to grow up with. Not just because most of them, if not all of them, never woke up. But I'm not living around people who act like this. Got a promotion today. Who cares? Great to hear. Could care less. The reason you need to tell the world about it? Oh, so you can make other people feel bad about themselves, or you just need to pat yourself on the back? Look, I made this dinner all by myself with my new freshly painted nails. Oh my gosh. That's amazing. Let me tie an anvil to my ankle and jump off a bridge. That's how much I care. That's how people should feel. Who cares? This stuff drives people nuts. They start obsessing over other people and what's going on in their lives. Then they start thinking to themselves, well, my life's not good enough, or I got to do better. And their whole day, and it's true, I'm not saying everybody who has it. I know people comment, they go, I have it, but I only have it to see my pictures of my friends. Yeah, but people who say that, they're just deflecting it. You know that they're looking at other people's stuff. It's just human behavior. This whole thing is psychological. They built this because they know how human behavior is, and they know how to manipulate people and drive them crazy. That's why they have stuff like this. So people's days revolve around what's an opportunity to post a picture about themselves. Remember, they want everyone to live in a world where they have the mindset that they're their own gods, because that's what the Masons teach. That's what they all believe. They believe they're gods here to rule amongst us. And to have that type of mindset, you have to be completely self-absorbed. You have to always be thinking like that, oh, boy, this is an opportunity for me to take a picture of myself in front of a tree and tell everybody, look at me, I'm outside. Oh, my goodness. This is the world we live in 2018, folks. But back to the main story at hand. The fact that this is even out there, the fact that they would even put it in a survey and all they have to do is just go, oh, we apologize. That's against our policy anyway. And then people just move on and nobody cares. There's no repercussions for these people. There's no questioning what their real motives are, what their real agendas are. Nothing. They can say whatever they want. And we've seen that because they just get away with stuff left and right. And the people never hold them accountable, right? Unless, of course, it's something like Harvey Weinstein, because they want the people, oh, we got to hold them accountable. Yeah, we have to set an example. Yeah, because it's part of an agenda. Weinstein took the bullet to move this agenda forward. And you don't think he care less about it? He's still friends with all these women. I mean, come on. It's a big joke. The joke's on us. When people start to rise and become aware and become vocal about this and stop participating. I've said it once, I'll say it 1,000 times. People go, well, what's the thing? We're going to go fight against people. You want to stop the system? Stop participating in the system. Stop listening to the system. There's lots of ways that can be done, but one of the things most people should do is start by getting off of Facebook and getting back into reality. I thank you all for listening to today's show. God bless all of you and your families.